What's up, guys? How are you? Hope you're all fine. Welcome to the Beauty of Life podcast. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about the feeling of being behind in life because it's a feeling that we all go through it. Believe it or not, even the most successful people in the world, those people that you're looking up to right now, they also have either felt behind at some point in their lives, or maybe right now, as you're looking at them and thinking, oh my God, I wish I was like them, like at the point of life that they are in, they might even be also feeling behind. So just don't think that you're a failure or that you're the only one that is behind in life, because trust me, everyone goes through this feeling. And so let's talk more about it. The fact that you're thinking that you're behind in life can be something that either can be positive or, well, not negative, but it's something that it means that you need to work in, how you perceive your life and what you're doing with your life right now and things like that. But if we look at it in the positive way, the fact that you're worried about your life being behind means that you want to do something. It's just like the student that maybe fails in a lot of his exams, but is worried, he's really worried and wants to do something about it. And so that's someone that has the potential to start studying and, working harder towards, passing all his exams. But someone that is failing all his exams, but is not worried whatsoever, that person, that is not going to be making any efforts towards passing anything. So that's the difference between someone that is worried and someone that is not. And if you're worried that you're behind in life, that means that you want to do something. That's a very good and important self-love, action or feeling, because you love yourself at a certain level where you're not satisfied with what you have and you want more. So you want more for yourself. And that's good, but in a certain level. At the same time, self-love comes from also accepting. It's a balance between accepting what you have, but at the same time wanting more. So you need to start by accepting what you have. And then once you accept what you have and you value it, then you can start working towards, getting whatever it is that you want. And also, you can't just compare yourself to every single person that you see that is not in the same position that you are. Because as they say, you can't compare your chapter 20 to somebody else's chapter 37. Because there's a big difference between your chapter and that other person's chapter. That person is 37 chapters in her story. So, a lot has happened from her episode 20, which is where you are, until she got to the chapter 37. So there has been a lot of drama, a lot of growth, a lot of learning, a lot of, good moments, bad moments, a lot of things. And you're just looking at the chapter 37, but you haven't seen all the other ones. So we can't just be comparing what we see from the outside. And I know that's hard because we live in the social media era. So the feeling of being behind in life has become something so common between us because we are all the time looking at the lives of other people. But the thing is, when I'm crying, I'm not doing an Instagram story. When I fail an exam, I'm not posting on Instagram, oh my God, I just failed my exam. You know what I mean? No one posts their bad things. So you have no idea what's going on behind the scenes for all these people that you're looking at on Instagram, TikTok, whatever, and, comparing yourself to them. Because maybe that person is showing you how she's, in the Maldives, living her best life. But at the same time, maybe a week later, she was just crying because she was going through an episode of depression. And, she had already booked that trip. So you're only seeing her, enjoying her life. But you're not seeing what's going on behind, what's going on inside of her. So obviously, I just invented this story, but it's just to understand that we only see what people want us to see. And I know that you've heard this because everyone says it. They all say that they only show 10% of their lives on social media. And even yourself, you also share like just 10% or even less of your life on social media. And you know that. You know that. And you know because it's your life. So you know the big story. But everyone else that is looking at your stories, they don't know it. So the same thing goes around. You only see a 10% of that person's life, but you don't see all the things that go behind that. So we need to collectively understand that this comparison that we are doing with other people is not realistic. Like, it's not real. So that's for starters. You need to just understand that what you are seeing is just a highlight. And nobody's gonna show you the ugly parts because nobody wants to see them. And nobody is in the mood to share them at the moment. So when you open your phone and, go into all these platforms and see these amazing lives, just use it as an inspiration of something that you want to achieve, but not something that you want like so badly right now. You can't be like, I want that other person's life. Use it as an inspiration, but not as a copy and paste, because it's not realistic. Also, if we all live the same kind of lives and we live the same experiences, we're just all gonna be the same people. And that's not how, it would be so bland. This world would be so boring, and we all would be having the same life lessons and the same things. Every single person has a journey. Your journey is what you're living right now. And you can't compare yourself to other people's chapters because you don't know what went into their other chapters. Don't ask for something that you don't really know. You don't know how this person got where she got. You don't know what she went through. And the only reason why she went through those things is because she was able to handle it. No one gets something in their lives without them being able to handle it. Even if you think, no, I can't handle this, yes, you can. And you will eventually. And then you will realize it. Think about it. How many times have you gone through things that you were like, this is killing me, but you went through them and you have yourself now in the present to prove that. And so each person is living a different life. And according to each person's life throws at them different life lessons, different experiences, different, dramas and different anything. So it's according to their lives. And according to your life, this present moment is where you have to be. If you want to live what this other person is living, okay, so work towards it, but don't ask for it to be something that you want right now. You need to set for yourself some goals, and you have to define for yourself what success means to you. So if success means for you to travel the world, okay, so that's your idea of success. But maybe someone else's idea of success is, being extremely rich. So define what means for you to be successful. And once you have that defined, you need to be okay with the timing that is going to take you to get to this, idea of yours of success. Right now, the present moment is the right now. And there's nothing else. You can't go back in the past, and you can't go into the future and live your success. And even if you did it, even if, they invent a time machine and all of a sudden you just jump into the future and you're living your, successful life. If you said that your successful life was to be a multi-billionaire, then you just become that. But the thing is, you just skipped whole amount of chapters in your life where you were gonna be, learning how to maintain your wealth, how to spend your money wisely, how to, all the process of how to get to be a multi-billionaire person. And you just skip towards that. So you have no idea how to do that. And all of a sudden, one day you wake up, because this time machine, you wake up one day and you're a multi-billionaire. But just yesterday, you were, I'm not gonna say poor, but, you had an average amount of money and you were still trying to build your wealth. And all of a sudden, the next day, you're a multi-billionaire. You're gonna just go out and spend all your money on cars, houses, clothes, dinners, things like that. And because you skipped all the chapters in which life was gonna teach you all the important things about how to become a multi-billionaire, you're just gonna ruin it all. This is obviously a very easy, example so that you can understand what I mean. So the point here is value your present moment. what you're living in right now is part of the path towards living your dream life, your successful life. So look in the present and say, is there something right now in my present life that is helping me to work towards, this amazing life that I dream about? If there's nothing, then take action into, starting to do that. Maybe start reading books about how to become a billionaire. Maybe start looking into information about people that became billionaires and, learn about their journey and things like that. Maybe start saving money, start setting a plan. I have a previous episode where I talk about, I think it's a previous episode. If you don't find it, that means that I still haven't posted it. So stay tuned for it. But in this episode, I talk about the process of achieving our dream life and how, to set goals and all the things. So go listen to that episode or stay tuned for it. But basically, you need to set a plan for how to achieve your dream life. So if right now you have no clue about how you're going to achieve that, start investigating, start reading, start looking for information here and there. And then once you have all the things that you need, then set up a plan and work towards it every single day. So that way you're going to be, in the right path towards achieving this idea of success that you have in mind. But be okay with the slow progress and with, the learning curve and the learning process. Because all this process, all this path, this long path that you're going to go through or you're going through right now is what's going to build your dream life, your idea of success. That's what's going to, build it. And that's the foundation. If you skip all this process, if you don't learn all these things, if you don't make mistakes and learn from them and grow from them, you're not going to have this foundation that will sustain this idea of yours. So value your present and work towards your future. But at the same time, enjoy what you have and don't compare yourself to other people, because there's no one, like absolutely no one, that has what they want and they haven't worked for it in the past. So maybe they have been working for that for like 10 years. And in the past 10 years, you were just enjoying your life. Maybe you were just a little kid and you were playing and you were just enjoying your life, while that same person during those 10 years, that person was suffering, was learning lessons. Life was just hitting them hard and just they were going through depression and they were going through all these things until now that they finally got where they wanted. And you just now met this person and you're seeing all the success that they have and you're like, oh, I want this. But you haven't seen all these 10 years in the past where this person was miserable. So if you ask for what they have right now, you need to also ask for all the things that they went through. And you don't want that. Because first of all, those lessons, those mistakes, all these things that that person went through, those were personal things for them. They don't apply to you, but they do apply and they do matter for that person, because that person needed to go through these experiences in order to get where this person is right now that you're seeing, and you're such an admirer of this person's life. But you need to go through your own journey to get to where you want to be. And same thing will happen to you, even if you don't know it. Like, you just think about yourself. Some people will look at you and be like, ugh, I wish I was like this person. Like, look at her life. Look at what she has, like all these things. And they won't tell you that, so you will never find out. Just like you're admiring all these people and feeling so bad about yourself because they are at a certain point of their lives, but you're not. Just like you won't go and tell these people, oh, I wish I was like you. I wish I had your life, all these things. Just like you suffer and you go through this whole mental thing of feeling that you're behind on all these things, and you go through it just on your own and you don't tell anyone, other people are going to be looking at you, or they're probably already looking at you. You might think that you have nothing right now and that you're at a miserable point, but other people, maybe if you're in your chapter 20, someone that is at their chapter 17, they're looking at you and they're thinking, oh, I love her life. Like, she has this and that and that and this. And I wish I was like that. But, they won't tell you that, so you will never find out. But at the same time, just like they are looking at you and admiring you, you are going through all this, existential life dilemmas and things like that. And they don't know. They are just seeing what you project, what you show, but they don't know what's going on inside your head, all the things that you're feeling, all the things that you're going through, and all the things that you went through in the past chapters of your life that they haven't seen. They're only seeing your present timing. And they want the same thing that you have right now. Just like you are looking at that other person and you're seeing what they have right now, and you want the same thing, but you have no clue of what's going on behind the scenes of that person's life and all the things that that person went through in the past in order to get to where that person is right now. So, the moral of the story is be gentle with yourself, because we all go through these periods of time where we feel lost, especially if you're in your 20s. Like, these are the years for you to feel lost, to just figure out things and just make mistakes, try to do all kinds of things, experience everything that you can, and just try to learn as much as possible in your 20s. If you're listening to this and you're already in your 30s, in your 40s, just please don't compare yourself to other people, because you're living your own journey and you have no idea. Maybe you're going through whatever it is that you're going right now, and it's only preparing you for the amazing things that are coming your way. So just learn, all of you, like anyone that is listening to this, and including myself, just love and learn to be grateful with the moment, the present moment, what you have. If you're in the learning curve, then enjoy it and make the most of it, because this is the foundation of whatever it is that you want in your future. If you don't have this foundation, it will all just break down and it won't last long. And obviously, once you achieve your dream life, you want to maintain it. You want to live it for like as long as possible. You don't want to live it for 2 days and for it just to crumble. So make the most of the process of making your dreams come true. And at the same time, just be grateful for what you have. Because what you have right now is, first of all, what you have right now is going to be, as I've said, the foundation for what you will have in the future. And if you don't go through it, future you will hate you for it, because you're going to be looking back and you're going to be like, why didn't I study for this? Why didn't I accept this? Why didn't I, whatever it is? So, be grateful to be able to have the opportunity to grow and achieve your dream life. And at the same time, be grateful for the things that you have, because I'm sure that what you're taking for granted right now is something that past you was dying to have. Whether it's just having an iPhone, and all your childhood and your teenage years you wanted to have an iPhone and you have one now. Maybe it's just having money. Even if you right now think that you don't have enough money, or that much money to spend, you still have an amount of money to spend in yourself every single month. And past you wanted that so badly. Or maybe you're living in a different city, in your dream city. Maybe whatever it is, there's a lot of things, from big things to small things, just like having, a piece of clothing, or a certain brand, or a little teeny tiny thing, or I don't know, having long hair. I don't know, whatever it is, just from small things to big things, you are living your past dreams life. I don't know if that was, said correctly, but you know what I mean. Past you wanted so badly to have all the things that you currently have. So be grateful for these things and work towards the things that you want in the future without toxically comparing yourself to other people, because you don't want that. Trust me, as I've said and made it pretty clear, I'm not going to repeat myself too much, but what other people have is according to their lives. And you don't know the full picture. Like, I'm saying that what they have is according to their lives, and you're only seeing like this 10%, but I'm talking about the 100%. Like, all the bad things that they are going through, all the lessons and all the experiences, the good and the bad, they're all tailored to their lives. And all the things that you're going through, all the lessons, all the bad things, the good things, the good experiences, the bad experiences are tailored to yourself and only to yourself. So just don't compare yourself. Love yourself and love the journey, because that's what's gonna get you to where you want. And so, yeah, I hope this episode was useful to you. I hope that if you're going through this feeling behind stage of life, I hope that you take it the positive way, that, as I've said at the beginning of the episode, that the fact that you're worried that you're not where you want to be is a good sign. It's the first step towards wanting to improve your life. So if you're worried that you're not where you want, then take action and, start by defining what you want as success, and then set a plan for it and just work towards it, while at the same time making sure to enjoy your present life, because there's nothing like the present. And there might be even times where you are like, I don't like my present timing, but then days go by, months go by, and then you remember when you were living this present moment, and you're gonna be like, ugh, I wish I could go back to that timing. So just appreciate what you have right now, because we have nothing else other than the present. So yeah, make the most of it. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!